This video is about the HSBC Revolution nerf because last week I did a video on UOB Avocard and many of you requested me to talk about the HSBC Revolution, which is a very big nerf as well. So today I'll give an update on this because just when you thought the wave of nerfs is over for HSBC Revolution starting from this year, then I think you're wrong, HSBC decided to throw us another bomb announced on 13th of June 2024, just last week. And here's what it says. Effective from 15 July 2024, the following changes will be made to the HSBC Revolution Credit Card 10x Reward Points Program. Number 1, contactless transactions will no longer earn 9x bonus reward points. You will still earn 1x base reward points on all eligible contactless transactions. And number 2, eligible transactions in travel-related categories will continue to earn 1x base reward point and 9x bonus reward points until 31st December 2024. And I've already published all these updates to my Telegram channel, so if you do not want to miss any updates, especially on credit card news, then come and join us at over 16,000 members in the Honey Money SG Telegram group. So fundamentally, there are two major impacts, right? Number 1, it changes the HSBC Revolution card from a general spend card to become a specialized spend card. And number 2, there's no good option for cashback users who prefer to have a no minimum spend card like HSBC Revolution. So let's talk about point number 1 first, specialized spend card. What do I really mean here? If you have realized, the HSBC Revolution actually runs on a whitelist, which means that those merchants which belongs to this whitelist will earn the 10x reward points. But now that they are going to remove more merchants and eligible categories, it's going to shorten the whitelist even more, right? And the fact is that you cannot even use the HSBC Revolution after 31st of December to book your travel-related bookings, like airlines. Then if you look at the remaining categories like department stores and retail stores, dining, transport and membership clubs. For dining, you realize that no contactless spend means that you cannot use this card in store. At best, you can only save this card to an online processor for payment like Chris Plus, Shopback or FavePay. Or if the restaurant allows you to make a mobile order and pay through an online website, then it will work. But haven't you realized that some of these restaurants, they code as MCC 5814 fast food restaurant? Then you don't know, right? MCC 5814 is actually excluded from May onwards. So it's really not recommended to use HSBC Revolution at all for dining. Next up, we look at transport. If you want to use the HSBC Revolution for transport, right? You know that it cannot be used for Simply Go because that would not earn any bonus points. So at best, it can only be used for transportation like taxis or private hire vehicles like Grab or Tada, which is very little usage, right? If you think about it, I could have put this spend on other credit cards and I don't have to have the risk of orphan points. So then, how to use HSBC Revolution? I guess you could still buy shopping vouchers or gift cards on online portals like Shopback or Heymax, especially for Heymax because they will always code it as MCC 5311 department stores, which is an eligible category for HSBC Revolution. So for now, at least we can safely say that HSBC Revolution is really specialized for Heymax. You just buy the gift card or voucher on Heymax using HSBC Revolution, confirm earn your 10x points at $1,000 cap per month. Still not bad, at least we can confirm the rewards for now, okay? I stress for now because I don't know if this is the last wave already. Maybe we will have some more, but you know what's not the last wave? It is a welcome rewards from my sponsor of today. In recent years, fractional trading has transformed the investment landscape, making it more accessible and flexible for retail investors. Gaining popularity, fractional trading enables investors to have exposure to companies without buying an entire share. For example, if you only want to invest $500 every month, it might not be enough to purchase multiple shares of the magnificent 7 companies like Tesla, Apple, Nvidia and Meta. However, with the new US Fractional Shares feature on Poyum's Mobile Tree app, you can now build your US portfolio with just a fraction of a share. To enable this feature, go to your Poyum's Mobile Tree app, click on Markets, then Stocks, then US. Click on Fractional Shares icon and opt in. Review the risk disclosure and you're now good to go. With Poyum's account, you can trade US fractional shares from as low as 88 US cents commission per fractional order with 0 platform fees and no hidden charges. For new to Poyum's customer, you stand to receive up to 1 Bank of America share and 1 Google share when you fulfill the specific funding and buy trade requirements during this limited time offer. At the highest tier of rewards, the total value exceeds 200 Singapore dollars. This offer has been extended till 31st July 2024. Remember to enable Smart Park during sign-up process to be eligible for the rewards. Furthermore, from now till 30th August 2024, opt into CFD account and you can get 1 Palantir CFD worth 28 Singapore dollars. And if you trade 4.5 billion Singapore dollars in CFD contract value, you can even get 1 Microsoft CFD worth up to 540 Singapore dollars. So start trading US fractional shares on Poyum's Mobile Tree app with my exclusive link or scan the QR code right here to get your Poyum's account today. Then I just have this realization that the HSBC Revolution become like DBS Women's World MasterCard already. And why do I say that? Because now you don't need to bring this card out anymore. It's purely for online transactions. But the downside is it has even less eligible categories than Women's World Card. For example, no travel. So for a good alternative, I would say if you want to do physical transactions, that would be Citi Rewards plus Amaze combo. All these I've talked about it before. Then for travel, you can consider using the UOB Ladies Card or DBS Women's World Card to really clock these high ticket travel items. Now let's move on to the second point. I say that it will not be a good cashback card anymore because previously I talked about HSBC Revolution. Despite it being a fundamental miles card, you still earn 10x points per dollar spent. And that 10x points can be converted to 2.5% cashback. That's assuming if you're not a miles person. If you accumulate all these points, you still can convert to cashback. And it's really good for people who do not want to commit to a minimum spend because there is no such requirements to get 2.5% cashback. You just need to earn the points and then you convert it when you have enough points. But now you realize that actually this HSBC Revolution card cannot be used like before. Because previously you could just bring this card out or save it on your phone and then you go outside and tap on these payment terminals. You will still get points for your dining in the past. But now that the contactless eligibility for bonus points has been disabled, you don't have this function anymore. So this card is as good as useless outside. And then one of you asked me to use a HSBC Revolution card as a mic holder. Then I realized I already cancelled this card ever since the nerf, but I cannot use it anymore. I already cut away. So then how? The alternative is still to use our best friend for now, Citi Rewards plus Amaze, which is this card. Since the 10x points earned on Citi Rewards can be converted to cashback as well. Not necessarily you have to convert to 4 miles per dollar. 10x points you can convert to 2.27% on the Citi mobile app as well. And it's not just 2.27% because that's for cash only. If you want to convert to other higher ticket items like gift cards or vouchers, I think it's a much better rate. That's assuming you have the usage for these vouchers. Don't let it expire. That's the worst thing that can happen. Then the other alternative is to use a HSBC Advanced Visa card, which can give you from 1.5% cashback with no mean spend and 2.5% cashback if you hit a minimum $2,000. And another good alternative is of course a Standard Chartered Smart Card, which gives you 6% cashback on selected eligible categories. And you realize all these three banks, Citibank, Standard Chartered, HSBC, what do they have in common? Is that they are eligible for the Score Big promo by SingSaver, which is a flash deal that is going to happen from now till 30th of June, where the first 10 participants will either win a Sony PlayStation 5 or a Dyson Airwrap if you apply at the following time slot. So refer to my details in the Telegram post. Who knows, maybe you'll be the lucky winner to walk away with a PlayStation 5 or Dyson Airwrap. And the condition is just to spend a minimum of $500, which is not hard to hit within 30 days of card approval. So my conclusion of this HSBC Revolution nerf, I felt that HSBC Revolution has become a pure online spend card with very limited categories. It's like a younger brother of DBS Women's World Card, but no travel at all. So I think for those of you who are thinking of cancel, you can do it lah. But I do strongly suggest that you use the HSBC Revolution for Heymax vouchers because 5311, very easy to get. And you know that credit card reward nerfs are just part of the game. This is not going to be the last and this is not going to be the first. There is just going to be more nerfs coming and it's all part of the game. So we have to learn to move on, look for better alternatives, and if those strategies do not work out for us, just move on to the next one, which I will recommend on my channel as well. So if you want to learn how to continue using HSBC Revolution on these shopping platform apps like Shopback, Fave or Chris Plus, then I can refer you to my previous video made here where I talk about all these various payment methods.